Now, Nicky Campbell is one of the hosts of BAFTA-winning series Long Lost Family. Last night saw the first of two special episodes looking at the notorious mother and baby home scandal in England. In tonight's episode, Nicky visits Shan, who has cerebral palsy and was taken away from her mother, Margaret, at just 6 weeks old.
One more recent of Margaret. I think you look like your birth mother. There you go, Beth.
The resemblance is mad, Sharon. Is that what making you emotional?
You're right.
Happy tears.
Happy tears.
And Nicky Campbell joins us now.
Hi.
Aye. God, Nicky, that's powerful. Tell us about that.
Well, I've worked with you guys for years, right? Yeah. And it's really nice to meet you guys.
Lovely to meet you.
We worked together like 50 years ago.
We did.
And, you know, I bet people ask you the question, who's the most amazing person you've ever interviewed, or who's the most interesting? I'd say it's Shan.
Oh, wow.
I really would say it's Shan, because she's the most remarkable woman. And I will never forget that interview's the wrong word, you know, conversation. Her presence.
She didn't need words, though.
No, for a long, long time.
See the emotion.
Yeah, and it's a remarkable story. I want to thank everybody for watching last night's episode, because so many people watched it, and it's such an important story. And she's got cerebral palsy, and she was, you know, there are thoughts that it might have been because of the inadequate care in in one of these homes.
Right.
And she was adopted by this marvellous couple, and they said, you know, callously back in those days, look, she's ill, we've got another one for you, if you like, and we can take her back and give you a better one.
Wow.
And her parents loved her so much, so emotional, isn't it?
Yeah.
Her parents loved her so much that they kept her. You know?
Yeah.
But that photograph that you were showing, Shan, was of her birth mother, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's been...
They look so similar.
Unbelievable. And her sisters as well. And when they met, it's the most incredible thing. And, you know, like, I'll never, ever forget that. And the shame, talking about the women, the mothers, obviously it's never the fathers, is it? But the women who went to these homes, the shame that was heaped upon them by the people who ran those homes is just, well, it is shameful.
Is that because they've had children young, or because it's out of wedlock, or because of, like, dual heritage children?
There's a lot of that. Yeah, absolutely. And top of the list for adoption was young blonde girls, you know.
Right.
But it's also because it was the attitudes of the era, and a lot of these places were run by religious institutions, and it's the worst manifestations of religion. And they had... in episode 1, which was on last night, there was a marvellous woman who's... I think she's 86, and she's called Jean. And Davina said, well, what would you like to say to your daughter if we ever find her? And she said, I'd just like to ask her to forgive me. And that's just tells you everything about how they were made to feel.
I mean, I wanted to ask you, because you mentioned we all worked together, they were all kind of like hard-nosed journalists, and you get involved in a lot of stories, and you quite often stay emotionally detached, because how can you get involved in everything? But this has deeply affected you. Just that clip has deeply affected me. Do you feel that a lot of that is wrapped up in the fact, your own story, that you were adopted, but when you met your mum, you didn't particularly feel a connection, but you had great sympathy for her circumstances?
But it was mutually fulfilling. But my mum was my mum. I always say, people actually always say, have you met your real mum? And I kind of rail against that, because my real mum is my adopted mum.
Yes.
Because they brought me up.
Mum is something you earn.
Exactly. It's quite an interesting term, mum, isn't it? There's mother. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's mother and there's mum.
But what I mean is, you looked benevolently on your biological mother's background.
Yeah.
And it's the same with a lot of these stories that you're covering now, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
It was never a cut and dried thing of, here's this baby, I don't want it.
No. I mean, she was a bit older. She was a matron in a hospital, my birth mother, Estella. And she made this is the difference, she made an informed decision. She worked it out. She realised that as a a matron at a hospital in Ireland in 1961.
Yeah.
Single, it was never going to happen. And so but still, I spoke to the people at the boarding house when I was taken by the social worker. And she changed me and she put my clothes on and she got me ready. And the people said that it was the most horrific morning. She was wailing, like animalistically wailing that I was taken away. And that was
a never easy decision.
No, and that was somebody who made a rational decision.
Yeah.
These women that we're talking about coerced.
Yeah, and that's the difference, I suppose. In Long Lost Family, you know, you've had so many incredible stories, and there will be stories that don't always work out perfectly, but this is also about the institutions. This isn't just about the people. And we're more familiar with this story in Ireland, actually, aren't we? Whereas this is very much set in England, and maybe people aren't quite so aware of what was going on. What period of time are we talking about?
We're talking about 60s and into the early 70s. And what we've you know, unearthed is really, really quite shocking. And it was what I mentioned before. Some of these places just had inadequate medical care. So women had their babies, and we've got a brilliant expert on called Women Had Their Babies with, you know, in dangerous circumstances, frankly. We've got this amazing expert who's looked into it called Michael Lambert, who said, you know, sometimes babies born with disabilities were just left to die.
And a lot of these institutions don't want to apologise because they think that there's going to be a big legal claim against that apology.
Well, you guys know the different types of apology. It's what we call in the business a Blair apology. Is I'm sorry it happened.
Well, I'm sorry if you feel that way.
I'm sorry if you feel that way. Whereas a proper apology is I'm sorry.
Accountability.
How has it been for you, though, Nicky? Because Long Lost Family, you've been doing it for a while now with Davina, and she's got her own personal... She's always very open with her emotions, isn't she, Davina? Given your background, how has this whole experience of doing this show been for you? Has it been positive, or...?
I think it's made me a better person.
Really?
I do. I think it's made me think a lot about myself through other people's eyes and other people through my own eyes. It's made me do a lot of reflection, and it's been, I hate to say it, it's an education. That sounds too clinical. But it's taught me a lot about myself.
And you've got 4 daughters, which, of course, would knock the corners off you.
I feel like I'm at home.
I'd love to be your daughter. Sadly, as you say, we've worked together for 100 years. In fact, Jane, she's got a memory like a steel trap, has Jane. Did you dig out this piece of video?
I found the clip of the 3 of us.
No.
Yeah.
Presenting Thursday Night Live.
Oh, love that.
In the days before electricity.
it
And
was, wasn't it? Yeah.
I remember working with you. I had no idea I worked with Kay.
Well, sweetheart, I don't remember you either.
Oh, my God.
There we go.
We're not allowed to speak.
Wow.
1990. There you go, Jane.
No electricity and no sound.
I had collagen then.
And now, just really quick, we don't have time, but you've got a recording career with your daughter.
Well, yeah, we did. I'd made an album, wrote 10 of the tracks and 3 covers. It's called Through It All, 13 songs about love. Check it out. Check it out.
Therapy.
You can't. Absolute therapy. You can't have too many songs about love, can you?
Exactly. No. I'm here for that.
I know.
Well, listen, unfortunately, we have run out of time. Will you come and perform next time? It would be lovely to see you in that
Absolutely.
live. Yeah?
And you can be beside me, like you were in that.
Just peeling off.
Backing singers.
And we'll be your backing dancers.
I'd like to see that, wouldn't we? Yes, we would. Nicky Campbell, everyone.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.